Daryl Dixon, season 2. Yes, Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol. My review. I enjoyed season 1 tremendously. I thought it had so many beautiful themes. I love the way the show just let things breathe, and it was just a lot of, just ooh and ah at the cinematography. So they just let Daryl just walk, and the camera would just pan out, and you would get these beautiful wide shots of just the whole scenery, different locations. Amazing. That whole Daryl, in the first season going to the graveyard and seeing, his actual grandfather who died, on D-Day, like that was amazing. So season 2, and full spoilers, just to be clear, I thought everything from getting Carol to France, from them landing, what was it? Was it in Ireland they landed? Running into the two women. One of them was really adamant about having Ash, the guy who flew Carol, to, France to go get Sophia, even though we know that's a lie, to go save Daryl. But yeah, they tried to kidnap Ash in order to make him reproduce with them. Really, crazy beginning to the Carol landing, across the ocean. That was really good. But then the story, the love story, they gave my guy Daryl finally his proper queen. And this guy just can't be happy, and they took her from us. Because, yeah, he had, the girl he dealt with who became a villain, and obviously he ended up having to off her in order to save Maggie when all was said and done. I never felt like, while they had a thing, it wasn't what Daryl had with, what's his name, Isabel, right? And his own show, and Daryl Dixon. But then they took her from us. But it was all worth it for this whole Laurent story, this chosen one. This kid who you had this group of people they just put all their hope and dreams for the future on him. And the whole thing with this season was them just wanting to get him bit to prove that he would in turn. Because how was he conceived? He was conceived out of Isabel's sister who was already bit. So she would transform. The baby would come out not transformed as a walker. So they assume that's the cure, potentially in his blood. Right? We finally got it. And they wanted to test that theory. And yeah, Daryl's whole goal and Isabel and the crew was to not let that happen. So yeah. And the one good thing in this show that happened was that Ash got to take Laurent to the Commonwealth, back to us here in the States. What's cool about that is that Ash lost his son, so now he could kind of be like this caretaker to Laurent, even though I think Laurent very much sees Daryl like a father figure. I think he'll come to see Ash like that too, right? And yeah, I could just imagine like in the future show, it'd be something crazy like Laurent is Judith's baby daddy, you know what I'm saying? It's like Rick is an old man grandfather, and these characters met, and like, damn, the way y'all met is crazy because Daryl, Uncle D had to go and get this kid, bring him, to the, well, he didn't even bring him, he shipped him off basically, to the States. And then that whole, like, something like that could happen, I was just, this is just some fan fiction right here of potential stories for Laurent. But the fact, they can even tell a whole story about how Laurent and Ash never made it. They could do a spin-off show of them two and be like, yeah, they never made it. They crash landed in the plane somewhere and ended up somewhere else, so they're trying to make it to the Commonwealth. And when they get there, that's the whole thing. Like, oh, who are y'all? Oh, yo, Daryl and Carol sent us. Like, oh, y'all good here. Y'all family then. But that's still going to be crazy. Like, it'd be crazy if Daryl and Carol get back before they even get back. Laurent gets back, like, yo, Daryl, I finally made it. He a grown-ass man, young adult and everything, because he's a teenager right now. But, yeah, that whole story with getting Laurent back, that was beautiful. But it still hurt to see, Daryl get this woman that he clearly loved. She loved him, he loved her. They shared this moment. He had his first kiss in the whole Walking Dead show. 14 years in, he finally got a kiss, And there was times where I was thinking, oh, Daryl was going to be gay. And he was going to be with my guy, Aaron. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought they planted, I felt the seeds. With the whole dinner that they had in the Walking Dead when Aaron brought him over to have dinner with, Aaron's, love at the time. I thought like, oh yeah, after, his love died, I thought they was going to find comfort in each other. And then they'll reveal, oh yeah, Daryl Dixon is gay. And I thought, damn, that would be a beautiful arc for this character. But then they introduced various other characters that he would have like potential things for. And there's nothing to say that Daryl is isn't, like bisexual or something like that. Like, they could still do those things. So those moments could still be like, oh yeah, you wasn't wrong in feeling like that, right, when you watch that. Because I'm not the only one who thought that. There's multiple people who felt like that when they watched. So yeah, and then you have Connie, and it's, oh yeah, that's his love. And I'm like, yeah, I know, and I want him to be with Connie originally. Like, and if you don't know, Walking Dead Universe, Connie is a character from the mainline show. She's awesome, like really awesome. Has one of the best episodes in the show where she's trapped in this house. I think it's what is it called? The house. I think it's called Inside. It's such a good episode though. It's really good. But anyway, yeah. So he lost his love, and it sucked. But then he got his payback on the guy who killed her. He smashed his head in with a skull, which was amazing. This season, they also kept the cinematography great. I just want to get to Cauldron's character, because this dude spent 2 seasons thinking Daryl killed his brother. Daryl killed his brother. I always want to say Daryl now, like Laurent says it. But yeah, he spent 2 seasons thinking Daryl killed his brother. And Daryl didn't. You know what I'm saying? It was the little lion-ass girl that Daryl ran into when he first arrived in France. Who did it. So then he's like, damn, cool, So then they find he was already like trying to find, like, I don't know, like repent, It was little things like him taking the cross off the zombie in the last episode. But then in the last episode, they all got drugged by the fumes of these I don't know, like these glow in the dark zombies. But the glow came from like the same glow that you would see on like the little fireflies and stuff like that at night. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was like spread everywhere. So you have zombies where the chest is glowing and you can see all the insides and everything. It was beautiful. Greg Nicotero, dude's a god when it comes to makeup and things like that. He's just unmatchable. You know what I'm saying? He's just the best. That's why Walking Dead always has the best zombies in all the series. So yeah, Daryl, and Cauldron, like they became cool. But once he got drugged up, like, Carol started seeing a lot of Sophia, because she's been dealing with Sophia. She can't see her face no more. She only sees Sophia as the zombie that came out the barn. And then Daryl is now getting into it with Cauldron, because Cauldron is seeing his brother. And then Daryl killed the walker who wasn't his brother, because Cauldron's like, brother, holding a zombie who's trying to eat him, thinking that's his brother. So Daryl kills him, and then he thinks, you killed my brother! And he starts going crazy. Starts trying to kill Daryl. Literally stabbed Daryl. Daryl begs him to stop. And then he sees his brother again. So that's the only reason he stopped, because he would have really killed Daryl. So then he goes after his brother in the opposite direction, back to France, through this tunnel that they were going through to get to the other side, right? Because obviously Daryl didn't go with Laurent on the plane. They didn't fit on the plane anyway, and they couldn't carry them anyway. So yeah, like I said, Laurent and Ash went away. Cauldron, the dude, he goes back in the opposite direction. So maybe he'll be there next season. I hope he is, because he's a cool character with a nice arc, and he really grew on you as a hero, because he was a hero. He saved Laurent through a lot. Like, without him, a lot of what happened this season would have never happened. It would have been bad for a lot of characters, even Carol. Multiple times where he saved her, like when he was strapped to the back of the damn motor, the buggy, and the running walkers was chasing the running zombies. That's another thing, super cool. Like Daryl using the running zombies in one scene in order to kill all the other regular zombies, because the crazy drugged up zombies, they just kill anything. Walker, human, they don't care. So they were trapped. There was a bunch of walkers around the car. So he had one of the weapons that had the serum that makes the crazy running zombies. He shot 2 of them, went back in the car, and all you just blood everywhere all over the car. They just slaughter and everything. They jump through the car windows, and then they get killed by Daryl and Carol. But that was super cool, But yeah, the ending with those going zombies and Carol finally getting like this moment with Sophia, she comes back to her and she sees her face and she's like, there you are. And then she's like, I want to go with you. And we've dealt with Carol wanting to die in multiple seasons of the show. And I didn't even know that Melissa McBride actually said that in season 4, the plan was for her to die. And I'm like, yo, she was the character that from the first season, I said, this is who I want to live till the end. So the fact that they were going to kill in season 4, I'm like, damn, I didn't never know that. That really makes season 4 different. And the next time I go through the seasons again and watch season 4, I'm going to think of that now and be like, damn, that's real. But I get it. That's the prison. That's Rick sending her away, all that stuff. But that's also Terminus. Damn, I can't even imagine Carol not being there. It's wild. But yeah, she's still alive. She good. They went through the tunnel, so they going where they going. They're actually going to be in Spain next season. And they actually showed a little teaser after the show aired on AMC for season 3, and season 3 looks incredible, looks action packed. They show a few of the actors in there, but right now I can't even think about season 3 of Daryl Dixon because now I'm all in on the return of Negan. Yes, Negan is coming back. I love the way that dude. Listen, the way Ron says Daryl and the way that dude, I forget his name from Dead City, says Negan is just the best. It's the best thing ever. But yeah, I can't wait for Dead City too because the proposition that the kingpin, well, the queenpin of New York gave Negan was, I need that guy. I heard about you. This guy's been talking you up. I need you to get all the boroughs in order and run everything with that same, I guess you could say, iron, not even iron fist, that same iron you would use before, in order to get people to bend the knee, basically. Yeah, we need that again. And you see Negan in the trailers and the teasers and stuff. He's Negan. He done created a new Lucille, which is crazy because the arc that we went through with him and Lucille, and him wanting Lucille and crying for Lucille, and crying when, like where is she? Oh, she's out in that field running. No, a bat. The idea that Rick left the bat in the field when Negan got his throat slit, literally crushed Negan. Like, that's how attached he was. Like, he really put his wife into that bat. And that's why he apologized in the Here's Negan episode, one of the last episodes of Walking Dead, like the last few seasons. It was a pandemic episode too, amazing episode. Flashback, you get to see, John Negan, the actual man, and everything, him being an asshole, cheating on his wife, him becoming a loving husband, him not making it to save her, him creating Lucille to then him burning Lucille and be like, yo, I'm sorry for being a piece of shit who was so evil and put your name on this bat that I used to do a lot of this evil. So it was like a repentant for him, and for him to now get that bat and be back as Negan, and then when Maggie sees him playing the role, red bandana, leather jacket, oh my God, it's gonna be crazy. That's the thing with Walking Dead. We got so much history that when they do look back, it's like the Sophia stuff in this season of Daryl Dixon, Book of Carol. It works. It's justified. What I was talking about, with Daryl and not finding love like that, like, damn. Like, why can't he just be happy? Even his brother, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about his actual brother. His actual brother actually ended, he was a racist piece of shit, but he ended it in the end, in a way showing like, I'm just gonna be for this last moment the brother that you wanted me to be, the guy who I could be if I wasn't this misogynistic, drug addict, racist piece of trash. And he went and did something heroic, and that's how he ended his life, But his actual brother Rick, like those dudes are brothers. The last words they said to each other was like, brother, stay safe, something along those lines. And he lost that. And what that did to him, and him searching for Rick for years, like, this man never gets to, get the happy ending. But I do hope that he does find his happy ending, because to me, his happy ending is getting home, getting to the Commonwealth, where we know that's where we have our Walking Dead happy ending. Like, I know it in my heart. I know Morgan and his daughter, they're at Commonwealth. We know Rick, Michonne, Judith, RJ, they're at Commonwealth. We know Ezekiel. I love that Carol was like, oh yeah, they probably already over there when they was just at nighttime in the last episode, just after they left on the plane, Laurent and Ash, she goes, they're probably already there, because, it's already been enough time. Ezekiel probably already, welcoming them in, showing them all around the Commonwealth. And just her saying that, I vividly saw it. And I said, yeah, and Rick and all of them is there, and it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? If we don't really know the timeline of if Carol saw Rick, knows he came back, and then came to France. We don't really know. She probably left before and then Rick came. I would like to think that, because she didn't tell him, oh, Rick came back. No, she was like, a feeling came back. And I guess the feeling that she was talking about coming back was all these feelings about her daughter. You know what I'm saying? And it's real, because she had multiple kids throughout, and technically she had, Henry for longer than she even had Judith. And she got to really raise him, in a sense, with a good man, not an abusive piece of shit that Ed was, her husband. Like, so she had that, and then she lost Henry, you know what I'm saying? So her probably getting back into everything of Judith. Like, I get it, and I thought it was beautiful because it's like you're alive through all of this, through all this stuff, and she never got to stop. She always had to be fighting. That now all the Judith stuff is like, yeah, I can't even see her no more. So it was hitting her. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Oh, the feeling came back. I know some people were bothered because the thing that came back should have been Rick. But I'm like, I don't want Daryl to find out about Rick through Carol saying, oh, guess what? After all the years of him looking for him, but then us as an audience wanted to see them come back together. Once you say, oh yeah, Rick came back with Michonne and everything, like she found him, Daryl's gonna be like, what? I'm expecting the reaction to Rick coming back. What? Breaking down. We got to get back. Da, 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 da. That becomes a whole thing that swallows up all the energy in the room of this season. Now it's all about we got to get back. Rick is back. Yay, my family, my people. Damn, like, and I didn't want that. I'd rather them get back and them both be surprised to see Michonne, and then out the corner comes Rick goddamn Grimes with his one arm. You know what I'm saying? And Daryl like just breaks, and that's how you end Daryl Dixon. Like, to me, that's beautiful. Or even Rick coming to their like to save them, right? To just like, oh yeah, we got a boat, and we came over here and we saved you, or something along those lines. Anything. It's like, how did you know we were over here? I don't even know. That's why to me that don't even work. I'd rather Daryl get back over there on the boat, get to the Commonwealth and see what it's become. CRM Commonwealth, all these people, like the world is kind of normal through this, and they're expanding and still taking up, more area, and wiping away, still doing what the CRM was doing, Commonwealth was doing, like expanding, but this time doing it clear, doing it fair, and not with none of the craziness about we're living for tomorrow, so we don't care about anyone today, like none of that, So yeah, it'd be great, like, to see that actually play. Like, yeah, we got Andy back, to play Rick Grimes. We got goddamn Michonne, and there's this moment where Carol, Daryl, Rick, Michonne, everybody is there, like waiting for them at the gates of the Commonwealth. Like that to me is the way you end The Walking Dead, and then you do your Judith show with the actual Judith actor, her older, and give her a show as a new reboot, but not a reboot. It's like, oh yeah, this is a continuation of The Walking Dead. I would love it if it was like, oh yeah, years, yeah, we got a cure, da da da, but then, bam, something else came, a new strand, and shit is getting crazy again. Here we go, something like that. Years later though, But anyway, I'm saying all this just to say I love the show. But I'm completely biased to Walking Dead because I love Walking Dead. It's literally the greatest TV show ever made. You can't tell me otherwise. 14 years, multiple spinoffs. Only thing that comes close to something like that I could think of is Star Trek. Walking Dead, man. It's that series, man. And I cannot wait for Dead City. Cannot wait for the next shows. Supposedly before the year's over, they're going to announce a brand new spinoff that's going to come out next year. Hope that's the case, because I liked what they did with Tales of the Walking Dead. I thought that was fun, different little stories, and the story for Alpha that they did in that was 10 out of 10, just incredible. Man, loved it. Love the series, love it. I think everybody should watch it because it's a show that it's not, it's a horror show about zombies. No, that's the backdrop of the show. That's the backdrop. The actual show is about love, friends, finding common ground with people from all walks of life, because, well, there's things that far more big and important to worry about than all the trivial nonsense that we worried about when things were normal. Like Walking Dead is just a special show. All of them. Fear, Walking Dead, World Beyond, they all played so good. World Beyond too plays so good into talking about the future, into leading into Rick's show. You really needed to watch that in order to get a feel for everything going on with the CRM. Just good, just incredible, and I can't wait for the future of Walking Dead. You'll hear me talk more about it, because, yeah, that's what I do. I love Walking Dead, man. So